Great to see you. Thank you so much for joining me here on the program. Let's begin right there. You heard the arguments. They were laid out very well by the very talented attorneys in that election interference case. Michael J. Ford, I want to start with you. One side says, hey, the president was just engaging in political speech. He was doing what anyone would do, challenging the election and the election results. The other side is saying, well, you know, that speech might be just political speech, but when it's in the furtherance of a RICO case, whether it's in furtherance of a crime, then it's certainly not protected.
Well, yeah, absolutely. They had to argue in front of, and Judge McAfee, I feel bad for him because he had to do his homework and brush up on his constitutional law, and he had to discern the difference between a facial challenge and as applied challenge, right? So this is not exactly the easiest type of case to follow for a viewer, but basically what they're saying is it's exactly what you laid out, which, hey, he is allowed to have political speech. The Trump side is saying he's allowed to have political speech. Everything goes. And the other side is saying, well, not everything goes. If you're furthering a crime, if your intent was to break the law, it doesn't matter what your political speech was. You could say political speech, hey, I want to murder somebody. That doesn't mean that that's allowed because you're doing it on a campaign stump speech, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how Judge McAfee rules. My interpretation is I think he's going to have to let the case go along and let the facts bear out, because what the Trump side is saying is more, for me, a closing argument type statement, not as the case is moot on day one.